the thing that all Niner fans are really excited about right now, Joe Flacco coming to the 49ers. Honestly, the guy, if they're looking for a backup who has starting experience, he's won like 90-something games. He has experience. Anyway, there's reasons to like it. He probably would play for like $1 million if he signs. But forget that. What does their interest, if they were to sign Flacco, what would that mean for the rest of their offseason? Would they be done looking for quarterbacks? Would that be it? Flacco?
I would say, I mean, yes, through free agency, they're definitely done. I was shocked that they didn't sign Trubisky, especially after it came out today that Trubisky signed for $2.5 million guaranteed.
Yeah.
Why would you not bring Trubisky on? That doesn't make any sense at all. I thought he fit perfect with what Shanahan would be looking for, but apparently I'm wrong. So, yeah, I would say as far as free agency goes, I hope it doesn't mean that they're not going to draft a quarterback, because if you bring in Flacco, you've got technically a full quarterback room. So does that mean you're not going to draft a guy all of a sudden? I'm not quite sure.
That makes me nervous, because it's like you bring in Flacco to be the number 2 guy. Josh Rosen would be the number 3 guy, but the number 3 guy gets like no reps in training camp. So you wouldn't even really be developing Josh Rosen. Would he be on the team? So you push off a young kid. You don't draft a quarterback to bring in Joe Flacco. That seems pretty bleak. That can't be the plan.
Yeah.
They got to draft a quarterback, right?
My whole thought was, if you brought in Trubisky, then that's a way to bridge away from Jimmy. And then you could still draft a quarterback.
I agree.
You bring in Flacco, you cannot bridge from Jimmy and then draft a quarterback. So that does worry me. Why not just go with Rosen as your backup quarterback? He's got to be good enough for that role, I would assume. If you re-signed him, there was something there that you liked about him. So why not just bring him back and let him play that backup role?
What they're going to do is like, well, we're looking for a guy who's got a winning record, a guy who can win. Because our problem is we don't win without Jimmy Garoppolo. Joe Flacco has got a winning record. Yeah, like 10 years ago.
Yeah,
he hasn't been winning recently. The last 4 or 5 years, he was on a really good Baltimore team, held him back. As soon as they got rid of him and put in Lamar Jackson, they took off. I'm with you. How much better is he really than Rosen? It just seems like something they could sell. Like, well, he won a Super Bowl. He's won games. If we lose Jimmy Garoppolo, what's the difference between Jimmy and Joe Flacco, really?
Yeah.
I can see them saying that.
The thing is, though, too, is that Trubisky signed a complete backup role. The likelihood of Josh Allen getting injured is slim to none.
Right.
If he came to San Francisco, there's a chance that he's going to play some games. Even if you're not the starter, you could easily sell him for the same salary. Jimmy's going to get injured. We're going to need you at some point. You will play for us, and you'll be able to showcase your talent. And who better to do that for other than Shanahan? So that tells me that they probably really actually never even kicked the tires on Trubisky.
Yeah, what is that? It seemed more like Trubisky was interested in the Niners.
Yeah.
And the Niners didn't share the interest because they were more interested in Joe Flacco.
Right.
That doesn't make any sense to me.
And again, maybe the worry was, well, if you bring in Trubisky and he is better than Jimmy right now, how do you really start Jimmy? And are we ready to make that move and switch away from Jimmy? I don't know. I don't know what the worry was there or what the reasoning is there, but it doesn't make a lot of sense to me to bring in Joe Flacco.
No. And final question with Flacco, is it possible that they would see him as like, look, sign Flacco, draft a quarterback in round 1, make it clear that we want that rookie to start right away, but if he isn't ready, we have Flacco backing him up or starting for the first month and then Jimmy's gone. Can you even use Flacco that way?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
He's at best number 2 on the depth chart. And if you draft a quarterback and get rid of Jimmy, the quarterback has to start right away. He's not even bridge quarterback status. He's just backup quarterback.
Right.
But there's something I remember, like Kyle liked Matt Schaub.
Yeah.
And Matt Schaub was very heavy-footed. And I remember Kyle once said, a lot of people think I want mobile quarterbacks because of the bootleg thing. Like, well, I had a lot of success with Matt Schaub running bootlegs. And I felt like it worked so well because everyone thought he was not mobile. And no one really thought he was going to keep the ball and take the bootleg. So no one really honored it. I remember he always said, it's like, maybe it's not a coincidence that he's gone after Josh Rosen, CJ Beathard, Nick Mullen. I mean, like guys who you would not consider mobile at all.
Right. Yeah. Right. Yeah. I think that does kind of remedy that exact thought because Trubisky definitely is mobile. and Flacco's is not. So we've made a lot of assumptions on what type of quarterback the Niners would want in the draft.
Mhm.
And we were all kind of hoping for somebody that's a little bit mobile, but he's still telling us that that's not necessarily what he's looking for.